much would it help to have Mike back on Monday? He's there.
Obviously, having Mike out there is a positive for this offense. So it's great to get anybody back. We want to be at our full capability, and we got to have the guys out there to do it. I mean, I have confidence in the guys behind and the younger guys, complete confidence in them. But like I said, if we're at full power, then the better.
You got your locker next to Tez, and the world kind of caught a little glimpse of you guys' relationship when you guys were talking about the MVP thing. But there's a lot of stuff, of course, that happens that we don't get to see. Just what's you guys' relationship like, and what's it been like, learning more about him and just kind of growing together?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, try to keep things light as we can. It's a long season, so it can get grueling at times. But we try to keep things fun, and I'm just happy the world got to see a little glimpse of what we go through on a daily basis. But it's a lot of fun, and then you got to know when to be serious too, and he knows that, and you can see his ability and what he's able to do. So I'm excited for him and what the future holds.
I don't want to liken you to an old guy because that just feels weird, and I know I'm so much older than you, but do you feel kind of like a proud parent or a proud big brother when you see him go out there and have his first touchdown, when you see Cam have his first touchdown?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we play the game for, and that's what we're always talking about, making big plays and hitting those explosive plays. So anytime you can get those done for anybody, I'd be happy for them, but especially for those rookies, I just think it helps their confidence and helps them move along a bit faster. So
you know Baker so well, and you see so much of what he does behind the scenes. What has he done behind the scenes to get those guys ready for their big moments?
Yeah, just always talking to him. I think communication is big for us, and Baker does a good job of pulling those guys to the side, telling him what he sees and what he expects on certain looks, and that helps in the long run. And it might be things that he may say one week that pop up the next week, and that's the reason why guys got to be paying attention, and the young guys have done a great job of doing that. So the more ball we play, the more comfortable they'll get, and like I said, I've been happy to see them.
You said earlier that you have confidence whoever's out there at wide receiver can get the job done. What have the Johnson guys, what have they done maybe in the meeting room or maybe in practice that you thought to yourself, okay, yeah, these guys got it, they can handle it?
I mean, you don't make this team without having the ability. Like, they're not just going to put anybody out there. So, obviously, those guys got the ability to play ball and play ball at a high level. It comes down to game experience. And you see Cam in the return game and how explosive he can be. And I think with more opportunities, he'll be able to showcase that within the offense. So, it's good to see him get his feet wet and get that long touchdown. Like I said, it helps their confidence. So, I don't think it's just one specific thing. He made a bunch of plays since he's been here.
Last two for Shep, please. I don't know how often you're still checking stadiums off of this, but you never played in Detroit. Is that a cool thing?
I've never played in Detroit.
I don't think so.
You might be right.
Because you're in the practice squad last year during week 2, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
And you weren't traveling at that time.
I was. I'm thinking, back from that. You might be right. I didn't really think about that, nor do I really care. You know what I mean?
Like trying to check them off.
I play wherever, whenever. It don't really matter. So, I didn't really put too much thought into that.
What about when you...
Last question to
What are
River,
some of the
please.
things that you're seeing out of this Detroit defense? I know their secondary is pretty banged up, but kind of how do they play and what are you looking for on Monday?
Yeah, it's a physical group of guys. They're going to be all 11 around the ball, so we got to do a good job of getting around the ball as well. At the linebacker level, they're extremely talented and up front. And the DBs as well. They're a scrappy group, and we got to be able to match their intensity, and they got to match ours as well. So it's going to be fun.
What about when you first got here?
Thank you.
Face the best in the world every day, every week. But where's Aiden Hutchinson rated as a challenge for you?
I mean, he's one of the top guys for sure, so it's going to be a huge challenge for our offense. But, we're up for the challenge. The big thing is, controlling first and second down, trying to stay out of bad positions.
You played your most snaps in any season since your second year. I know you're used to the job being filling in as necessary. How much does it help you to have the continuity of being in the same spot a couple weeks in a row like this?
Yeah, it absolutely helps. Every time, the more reps you get, the more comfortable you start to get. So as the season goes on, things start to feel more natural, easier, seeing things better. So it's helped a lot.
How many guards have you had so far this year?
I mean, that's been the story of this year. So the coaches have done a great job getting everybody ready to go, and people have really stepped up.
How about like a hostile environment, having to do the silent count? You guys have been successful with that.
Yeah, it's something we practice every week, and the quarterback centers, they do a really good job getting us ready to go.
And everybody's expecting it to come down to the wire, Baker Mayfield to come through. Wouldn't it be nice to actually try to start fast and have the lead and not have to come back like that?
Absolutely. That's what we're trying to do. That's the goal. But, obviously if we're in that situation, this is the NFL, so they're going to be close games. And, if we're in that situation, we need to take care of your quarterback.
Charlie, thank you very much.
All right, Charlie. Appreciate that.
Yep, Dylan.
Obviously, their defense and their front presents a real challenge.
Yeah.
You know this going in. You know what last year was like. What can you guys do to make a difference?
Honestly, I think match their intensity. That's the biggest thing. I think with 97, with Hutch, high motor guy, they all are. They got Pat O'Connor over there, so we know what he's about. But I think across the board, matching their intensity, staying connected. And then the secondary, they're a little thin in the secondary. So if we can establish the run, get stuff going up front, and kind of put it on our backs early, then I think we'll be okay. But biggest thing we've said all week is match their intensity, and it's going to be a fun environment. We were up there for the playoffs. That was loud, so we're going to be used to it. It's an exciting matchup.
We talked to Jeff Kazard and Baker Mayfield, and we both brought up Alan McNeil coming back as a big thing for the defensive line. Obviously, you're playing tackle, but what does his presence kind of do to invigorate that entire line?
Yeah, I think for him coming back for them is just a little boost. But we know what he's we know what he brings. I think Graham's might have blocked him before. He's excited. Yeah, it's just going to bring, they're going to come out with good juice, good energy. I think they always do. Every time I've played them, they've been, flying around. So, it's just be a little extra for them. And like I said, something we got to match.
Tristan, I don't know what metrics you turn to for what makes a good day a bad day. But like as a line, you guys have given 5 sacks in the last 4 games. There's only 6 teams in the league that have given less than that.
Nice.
When you compare this year to last year, obviously you guys haven't run the ball. But from a pass protection standpoint, can this group be better than last year's group, even though you're missing players?
Yeah, we could be. I mean, I think Coach Bull says all the time, we don't want there to be any drop-off, when someone goes out. And I think that's just a standard we've set for ourselves, to go out there and be as clean and clean as we can. But I think it's just us, just trying our best, honestly. I mean, that's how I measure a good day is no sacks, no pressures. I think we all have that same mindset, and we all fight and scratch and claw, die a slow death, if you're going to get beat. Don't get beat quick. Don't get beat inside. But we're just gonna keep going out there and giving it our best, and hopefully keeping six clean.
Rashawn White stepped up pretty big with the year now. What can you say to how he's played and kind of, people talk about his pass blocking ability a lot as well, and how he can help you out in that respect as well.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, Rashawn's been here a while now. We all know, how important and how big he is to this team. Like ice, I think I said it last week. I can't remember how many times he's iced the game, on a slide, breaks a big run, and does the selfless thing and slides down. But and you said pass pro too. Rashad puts his nose in there. He pops guys, and it's really cool to see. It's really fun for us as an O-line. When he will come off the edge and chip some guys. That's always fun. Help us out a little bit. But no, Rashad's awesome. He's a great teammate, great player, and we're so blessed to have him.
Thanks, Tristan.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.